everybody. I'm Judy Lynn.
And I'm Kimberly. We're here today with practical and inspired conversations for the budding entrepreneur.
And today we're going to talk about something that most of us don't think about. It's our relationship with money. Now, right off the bat, you're probably going to think, "Ugh, why are we talking about relationship with money? Of course I love money, but do you really? And we're going to dig deep into that because the thing is, if you look at the three aspects of money, and we're only going to cover three today: income, debt, and savings. If you really dissect how you feel and what you think and the actions that you take because of those thoughts and emotions around each one of the aspects of money, income, debt, and savings, what really is it that you're feeling, thinking, and acting upon? So if you look at your savings account, let's say, and there isn't enough in there, and what goes in comes right back out, and you can't really save a lot, what emotions would that trigger in you? A lot of frustration, right? Right, Kimberly? Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me. You know, it it creates a lot of frustration. It creates a lot of anxiety because you're constantly trying to save, but it's not growing. It's constantly going out the window. What thoughts would you be thinking about that? If that was happening to you, Kimberly, what thought would come into your mind?
Well, I know this has come up with a lot of the entrepreneurs that we coach, and it's something that's very frustrating for people because they're trying to put on a good, happy face for the world, but when they look at the finances in their bank account, either whether it's the revenue coming in, which is the income, or what's in their actual bank account in their savings, or that credit card debt that's sort of piling up or getting paid off, but maybe not as quickly as they want it to get paid off, or even in the terms of debt. Also, they might have angel funding or something that's really capturing part of their business as well, and so they can have positive or negative thoughts about all kinds of pieces of these. Or maybe you're feeling really good about your income and you're focused on that, but your savings isn't really adding up, and you're not, what your revenue is not actually turning into money in the bank because of other reasons. And it creates sort of an icky relationship with one or more of these aspects. Do I really want to carry that much debt? Don't I want more in savings? Or is my revenue generating more quickly enough? And if you have struggles with any of those, fear not, you're not alone. Pretty much every entrepreneur at every phase of their entrepreneurship has gone through those feelings at some level.
That's right. And I really want you to understand that how you feel, and Kimberly covered this a bit, and how you feel about your savings might be completely different in comparison to how you feel about your income or about your debt. But all of these things are important. You may not have to work on on your relationship with your income if you're feeling awesome about your income, and the thoughts that are produced when you think about or look at your income are amazing. You're going to produce more. But if you're looking at your savings, if for some reason you can't seem to save because you have a spending habit or whatever reason it goes out in your business, you're going to feel differently when you see the savings or when you think about your savings. You're going to have the emotions that aren't conducive to producing more savings. It's more conducive to keeping it exactly where it is, status quo, which is nothing. So paying attention to how you feel about a particular aspect of money, and let's use the savings account as an example. If you're feeling frustrated and you're feeling anxious about not ever being able to save, for the future or whatever the case may be, that's going to produce a certain thought. And those thoughts may be, I suck. I'm a horrible entrepreneur. I'm a horrible family person, wife or husband, because I can't seem to save for my family, or I'm never going to get ahead. And you'll have all of these thoughts that will hold you back. And so the actions that
you also can have feelings that you don't want to make an investment at a certain
right.
time, right? That you're nervous because there's not enough income or there's not enough savings, and so then you don't want to incur like hire an employee to help you out, or to be able to make an investment in a marketing plan or something that you really want to do, but you stop yourself from doing that because of the anxiety or the fear or the concern that maybe anxiety or fear isn't where you are at some point, but you have a little bit of concern about it and you're just not willing to make that investment, where the investment might make all the difference in your business.
That's right. And that's the action part. So there's the emotional part you feel you pay attention to, and the thoughts that are produced from those emotions that you pay attention to. And then you can really see, you can work backwards and say, what are my actions around this? I'm not investing in my business. I'm not investing in myself with a mentorship or whatever it is that you particularly need at that time in your business. I'm not investing in my products or services. So what is it that I'm afraid of? Why am I not investing? And then look into, because my savings isn't growing, because I don't have any money to invest, because I don't want to take that money and invest it into this because I want to save it, right? And then why, what emotion is behind that? And the reason we bring this up is because it's really important to address those emotions, because once you change those emotions, you change the actual bank account. So when you start
talking about that, like, how do you change your emotions? Like, if you're thinking about it and it's causing a little bit of a concern, and then you think about it some more, and then you have a little bit of worry about it, and then you think about it some more, and it becomes like an anxiety. I mean, that's changing your emotions, but I don't think it's in the way that you mean. Like, that's not in a good way. So how do we do the shift to make it the other way?
to make it the other way, that's right. Well, we have to understand that 99% of the time, the emotions we have around a certain aspect of money, it doesn't happen because our account is that way. It doesn't, in other words, we're not feeling bad about our savings account because there's zero in our savings account. We're feeling bad about our savings account. That money or that isn't there happened after the emotion. So in other words, that emotion or that belief about having savings happened first, and then the savings account is created. So we have to know that it's a subconscious belief based on something that we learned as a child. Maybe it was our family paradigm, the society around us, whatever it is that we picked up as a child as a belief that we can never save, we can never do enough. Maybe we saw our parents do it, but we picked this up, this belief up, and this energy. We picked the energy up from our parents. They may have had anxiety around savings and have never been able to save. And so that's called the family paradigm, right? You're just repeating that paradigm subconsciously. So you're not even aware that you're doing it. But the way energy works is energy begets energy, right? You feel great about things, you're going to create more things to feel great about. More things are going to come into your life to feel great about. Same thing with money. It's a relationship. Everything is a relationship. So if you're feeling great about your savings account, even if you have zero, if you can find a way, and I'll give you some tips, and Kimberly, you probably have some too, to feel great about that savings account. First, you're going to see that savings account change. And I know this sounds like hocus pocus, but really, guys, it isn't, because it works. I've seen it work in my life and in the lives of my clients. Kimberly, do you want to share some of the ways that you believe that you can change your emotions and therefore thoughts around your savings?
Yeah, I think it's really a mindset set shift where you think, instead of in terms of lack, you think of in terms of possibility, right? So instead of thinking about it's not there, or it might not come there, or it's really, I got to be conservative and hold back, having the opportunity to say, actually, there is a possibility that when I make these phone calls, I am going to be getting some new business. I am going to be getting some additional business from the existing clients that I have. And change your mindset to an investment, or change your mindset so that you're thinking in terms of abundance rather than lack. There's plenty of everything out there for everybody. It's just a matter of how we're looking at it. And so shifting that mindset really does change the bank account and the results. I've seen it work, and it's not, and as Judy says, I know that sometimes I'm on the practical side and sometimes she's on the inspirational side. But I really have seen this actually work in lives, and including my own, where it's really just the mindset shift where you change from feeling lack to feeling confidence. Has made all the difference in the world.
It does. And here's the other thing, guys, that's really important, because it does come from the subconscious. Becoming aware that it's there, number one, which is why we bring up, look at how you feel about these three pieces of money. And then if it is on the negative side, or frustrating, and all of those negative emotions that you can get around your savings or your income or your debt, know that it comes from a belief way, way long ago. So another way of addressing this and helping you shift your emotions around it quickly is, of course, using energy healing techniques, which you know me not by now, it's tapping is one of my favorite, that you can shift your subconscious beliefs, because tapping speaks directly to the body and directly to the subconscious, and says, you know what? That belief isn't mine. It's my parents. And I inadvertently picked it up from the perception of a child and I held it as truth. It's not a truth. It's only a truth as long as I believe it. So you tap through the points and you begin to shift that, that knowing that this is just an old belief that belonged to someone else, and that you have the choice to change that belief. And that when you do, everything on your outside world is going to change as well.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a big fan of law of attraction, and as an intuitive energy healer yourself and an expert in law of attraction, I know that you are as well. If you have that mindset of abundance, and it will come, and do that shift work in your mind, the rest of it falls naturally, because it is a relationship, it is energy, it is a vibration out there creating more momentum. And it's as simple and practical as picking up the phone and making a call to a person and being worried whether or not they're going to actually make the sale, or just, looking at yourself in the mirror, putting a big smile on your face, having confidence, and thinking, of course, you're not calling to sell them something, you're calling to help them with a situation. And of course, they're going to want to receive your call. And it shifts your mindset, it shifts your body, it shifts your energy. And then when you get on the phone with that person, it shifts the conversation as well.
It shifts your self-talk too. When you're feeling crappy about your savings account, you're feeling crappy about yourself. I'm not good enough. I didn't do it good enough. I should have done it a long time ago. It's too late for me now. All those things that we can say to ourselves that hold ourselves back, right? So it'll also, the way you speak to yourself is really important. So when we change the way we feel about our savings account and just realize, even if we just agree to let go of the frustration and of the belief that we're not going to ever have money in there. If we just let that go and come into a neutral place, that allows us the freedom to then put in the more positive and say, you know what, there's a possibility. And I'm not as bad as I think I am. I do have possibilities, and I do have talents and gifts that I can capitalize on. And this is totally possible to go. So the way you speak to yourself will change, and should change as well, in order to create a healthy relationship with your savings account or your debt or your income, whatever the case may be. Well, right, Kimberly?
Absolutely. I know this is a subject that both you and I are passionate about. There's so much more that we can go into it. I think that we've shared a lot, and I hope that you guys have gotten some good stuff to chew on and some takeaways that would be really great for you to change a shift in your business and create a better relationship with your savings account, your income account, and even that debt if you have any.
Yeah, well, and debt is something that is totally, you can get out of, right? You may have it, but as long as you're feeling really negative about it, it's another thing that what you resist persists. so, lighten up on all of it, find a way. Whatever way you can find, whatever way works for you, find a way to feel good about where you are right now as you move forward, and your whole world is going to change. I know that this is hard to believe, but we do have a free downloadable gift for you that we will place in the link below this video. And it is covering those 3 aspects of money, so that you can really work on this sheet and really dig deep within yourself and find out, what is it I really feel about this? Because this is something that we don't always think about. And very few of us really think about, how do I feel about my savings or my income or my debt? And it'll take you a few moments, maybe an hour, to sit down and really think about that. What are some of the things I say to myself over and over and over again that aren't really conducive to building a healthy relationship with my money? Okay, guys. I think we've given you a lot to chew on, as Kimberly said. I'm Judy Lynn. Thanks so much for joining us.
And I'm Kimberly. We're really glad to have you as part of our tribe, as part of our team, and as part of our fan base. Subscribe below if you would like to receive more information on videos when they come out. And then after you hit the subscribe button, I think there's a bell that you can get alerts and find out when each one comes out. and get an email when they do. It would be a great opportunity for you to be able to make sure that you can catch all of our videos. We invite you guys to make comments if this is feeding what you really need to hear, if there's other stuff that you want to learn about, if there's other questions that you have, or if you have a different opinion or a supportive opinion, you're welcome to comment in the comments below, and we would love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. See you next time.
Cheers.